darlings, and welcome back to my channel. This makeup tutorial is super fun. It's a little bit more labor intensive than the last one I posted, but I fully believe in you. So if you want to find out how to achieve this look, stay tuned. I'll meet you back at my vanity. Alrighty, so like always, I have my highlighting, contouring, foundation, eyebrows, blush, all done. I did a little bit of a lighter beat today because we're doing a burlesque look, which is basically like a drag look for me, but just with a little bit of a lighter touch on the foundation. I did a really sheer layer of my base color and just a little bit of highlight and no cream contour, just carved out my cheekbones ever so slightly. So this look is very similar to the shimmering showgirl look that I posted. Similar colors, but with a champagne glitter, and we're doing more of a pronounced cut crease for this. But we're gonna start it the same way. I'm just going to take my little primer concoction that I make by putting a little bit of my foundation on the back of my hand and mixing it with the NYX white eyeshadow base. Using my e.l.f. concealer brush, I'm going to mix it together and then just clean up the bottom edge of the brow and blend down over the eyelid. Now that the eye is primed, we're going to take the Makeup Revolution chocolate palette. We're going to take this creamy shade here, also known as You Need Love, and we're going to set right underneath the brow bone and blend towards the center of the nose with a flat packing brush. Then we're going to go in and define the bridge of the nose a little bit and blend up into the color we just laid down. We're going to use this color right underneath the creamy ivory color. And I think that one's called this one's called Thank Friday. So we're just going to take that with the same brush, clean it off a little bit, and then we're just going to define that bridge of the nose just a little bit for this. We're just doing a little bit of contouring for this. Then we are going to take our fluffy Eco Tools eyeshadow blending brush, and then we're just going to buff that out just a little bit. Next, we're going to take the color Pleasure Girl, which is this matte chocolatey brown, and then we're going to carve out our, well, we're not going to carve out our crease just yet, but we're just going to lay down the sort of dark foundation that sort of maps out right around where we want our new crease to be. And just bring it right underneath the lash line, about 3/4 of the way through, but leaving the inner corner of the eye untouched. Then we're going to take that same fluffy brush and we're just going to blend this outward. Now try not to get into the eyelid area, try just to blend out from the line you made so that it just sort of feathers outward. Be sure to bring the outer corners of the eye up so that it sort of gives you a nice cat eye look. Now we're going to take a dark brown, almost a black brown, and we're just going to define that crease even further and darken the outer corners of the eyes. And for this, we're going to be using the Smoked palette from Urban Decay. We're going to be using shade Backdoor. Same flat packing brush for this. Also, what I forgot to mention is I took that same color and I swiped it right underneath the lash line, just on the outer corner of the eye, just to sort of deepen that part. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing we did with the chocolate brown color. We're just going to take our fluffy brush. You don't need to clean it off because honestly having the transition shade still on there helps to sort of marry all the colors together. And again, trying to steer clear of the line that we made, we're just going to blend outward and up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some of that primer that we have on the back of our hands, and we're just going to use our concealer brush to carve out that new crease. Now what I like to do to start is I put a little dot right where the crease of my eye happens naturally, and then I tilt my head down and look up, which looks very silly, but then what it does is it stamps onto the tops of your lids so you know where that zone is, and that's going to be our reference point, so we know that if we stay in that area, we're not going to get any stamping up on the dark line that we just made. So we're going to take this primer and draw in following the line that we made with the shadow and blend it down across the eye. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take just a little bit more. We're just going to highlight the inner corner with that and connect it to the primer that we put on the top. Now I'm just going to take my finger and just make sure that everything is nice and flat. We don't want anything clumpy or just a clean middle finger. We're just going to even that out. And again, be very careful of that line you just made. You don't want to smudge it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our flat packing brush and just take a little bit more of that dark color, Backdoor. We're just going to blur that line where the cut crease meets the shadow. Then we're going to take our fluffy brush and buff those together. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the crease that we just made using a champagne color, and for that we are going to dip back into the I Heart Chocolate palette. I'm going to have to put this shade name in the little title bar, but it's this one right here, right next to Thank Friday. And we're just going to set that crease with our flat packing brush so it's all a nice shiny uniform color. And then just to make sure those colors are playing nicely, we're going to go back in with the fluffy brush and just blur that line a little more. Perfect. Next, we're going to highlight the inner corner using a dome brush. And I'm just going to use the highlight color that comes with the chocolate palette. So that's going to be this one right here. You know, I think I'm going to beef up that highlight just a little bit. I'm going to use the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and we're going to use this pinky white highlighter here. Yes, I like that better. So then what we're going to do is our waterline. I use L'Oreal Infalible eyeliner in Carbon Black. Don't worry if the top line of your liner is a little chunky. It's going to be covered up by the liquid. Next, we're going to do glitter, and we're going to do this entire top cut crease in glitter. And I know it sounds scary, but if you just take your time, it'll be fine. We're going to take some of our glitter primer. This is from e.l.f. Cosmetics. And we're going to put that on the back of our hand, thin it out a little bit with our finger, spread it out so we've got a little bit more of our surface area of our finger covered. And then wherever we see that champagne color, we're just going to dot glue on top of it. Now for the glitter, I'm being bad and I'm using craft glitter. Don't use craft glitter, use cosmetic glitter. Do as I say, not as I do. But we're going to be using a champagne colored glitter, and we're just going to press that into the glue that we just put on our eyelids. Pretty. Okay. Then I'm going to get the glitter out of my eyelashes because my eyelashes are super long. I know, humble brag. Now it's time for liquid liner. I'm going to be using L'Oreal Lineur Intense in Carbon Black, and we're just going to do a classic cat eye. speed in the drying process, we're going to take our fan and dry our liner a little bit. Just to give that a little bit of extra time to dry, we're going to move on to the lips, and we're doing the classic glitter burlesque lip again. I'm going to be using Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in Pioneer, and I'm just going to do my lips like normal. Now we're just going to take a small tapered EcoTools fluffy brush. I don't even know what this was originally designed for. And I'm going to take some red glitter. This is Michael's Glitter Recollections in Ruby. And we're just going to press that glitter into the lipstick. All that's left to do is lashes, and I'm going to do those off camera, so I'll be right back. The last step in this process is mascara, and I'm going to be using Maybelline Lash Stiletto Waterproof Mascara, and just sort of seal and conceal my natural lashes and blend them into my falsies. All right, that completes the makeup look. Now I'm going to go to the venue and finish getting ready, and I'll meet you there. So this is the completed look. Thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial. I hope that you had fun watching it. I know I had a blast making it. If you want to try this look out for yourself, do that and then tag me in it. My Instagram is at Ms. Dora Diamond. That's M-I-Z-Z. Dora like the explorer, but exploring costs extra, and Diamond like a girl's best friend. If you liked this, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Be sure to check out my alternate channel, Decoradora. I'll link that in the description box. Hit that little bell icon so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And thanks again. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.